Here comes His Excellency. Your Excellency, you are welcome. You are welcome. Shall we all be upstanding for the national anthem? Shall we please all be upstanding for the national anthem? So let's continue standing. Let's continue standing as His Excellency goes round to us pleasantries with the dignitaries. Let's be upstanding. Police band, please continue playing as also the band is also playing. So His Excellency is going around exchanging pleasantries with the chiefs and invited guests here present. Miabe dukakplola le zozo le gbedone miabe fiawo, sɔfo, pastor, nunɔlawo kple ame kpekpe vevewo bete le tsia me. The entourage is being led by the MP for Host Central, Honorable Richmond Edem Kotosu, followed by other MPs, the Regional Chairman for the Volta NDC, followed by Honorable Samuel Okujato Ablakwa and Elvis Afriye Ankra. Also the Minister for Roads and Highways, Government Kwame Abuja. They are leading the entourage in exchanging the pleasantries. Ya de kukube ne be duklo la ba no ya ya yiji kle mawu megbe dodora ya megbe ya yiji kle de konu gbedodora de konu gbedora la o so asogli pano jajararo alo bankwe pano jajararo. Please, let's give some space here. So His Excellency is going around to exchange pleasantries with the dignitaries. These are the last stages of the pleasantries before getting to the days to sit down. All those with mobile phones, please leave the area. Tukulala, ena bana siye to bena mo pekevo. Evanwai ya biacho miape Sapo Apostle Victor Humpati cho Nazareth TVC ba wavakula mila gadodoram. Shall we humbly invite Apostle Victor Humpati of Nazareth TV and Nazareth Church to please come over and give us the opening prayer. Apostle Humpati. eya megbea miabiatso miaƒe dukɔ megbedoralawo si be woava toɔ me ebe woava kla miatɔwo na mi akpe gã aɖe na mi tianɔvi eʋuƒolawo akpe na mi be miva eye enyo be miwɔe wòdze dzi akpe na mi mi katã mianɔ gbedodoɖa ƒe nɔnɔme me eyi me ke apɔstol Hunkpati akpe ɖe miawo ado gbe na Mawu gã ne mi.
Miatso ɖe miaƒe afɔwo dzi. Le Mawu etɔ la, Mawu evi la kple Mawu gbɔgbɔ kɔkɔe la ƒe ŋkɔ me. Miaƒe Mawu ŋusẽwo katã tɔwo mietsɔ eyi ya de asiwo me. Miedo gbe ɖa miebia wò gbɔgbɔ, miebia wò asi, miebia wò nuɖusi be nane nɔ takpekpe ya dzi. Miedo gbe ɖa da kpe na wo ɖe dziɖuɖu yi ke dukɔ la dzi anetsɔe tsɔ nɛ. Eya ta mietsɔ eyi ya de asiwo me. Aƒenɔ be ne ge ɖe nu sia nu me le Yesu Kristo ƒe ŋkɔ me miedo gbe ɖa le. Amen.
Mida akpe gã aɖe na apɔstol Hunkpati be kla Mawu gã ne mi. Miabia tso miaba sɔgligbedoɖalawo si be woage ɖe toɔ me. Ke nɔvinye asɔglisafowo akpe na mi. Miaɖe kuku be ɖoɖozizi nenɔ anyi eyi me ke woakplɔ mi le dekɔnu gbedodoɖa me. Tɔgbedo magba kpɔgbɔ be amewo meganɔ nu ƒo le akpa ma o. Let's have some silence for the prayer.
Agolo, Bekadu agolo, chichi obe tonya gbelo, amauso ya nyeyolo, ewe na, eye we gawe, egbere, egana duko, efe duko feti ovakpe, ple mi atogbe ovete. Evi menya tonko khlo. Volta mawo bete mayomi lo, mayomi viyoyo. Eke nko meganya che megayomi. O menya bubu deka o. Ejidudu va. Egbere. Nyato Mahama ebu afwan. Ebe ekoki odare. Yava donkpe. Nyatafe eko dare emefa nyenyenyere miya oduji pasa eke o me pomo na o e mejo le Ghana po egbere okuti da asiyen eyin cha mi che ma no to gbe agbara tu tefe ma fo adenami na meganu e me so je nyahwenam lo nyatafe ko vare gomejejere ebe mi to gbera de ita ne ano sesere echa Ghana okona de sia de me de metan egbere jiru roba be abadon pe na mi nyawo adolo nya to gbe mi we jon nya we elebe egbejidudu kasi nya tefe edoke wa gbo le re edo trako nya weni ne no bobwere enu ke he ma po na kenye ekoba ko enye Ghana fe kuke ekoba de never be loto ruru ene de ko koji fike he nu ogben le re na du edo ameke be yayi Ghana ke he mi le te menyu na yore ne ya chafu to no me na nu epo me fo ade bu na mi olo apatro na trapo oru meneve menye doto o magbo ataha ke okudasi yen echolacho meso nyimenyan ekpalape meso menyan mepo ade na mi ho mi ji nweni edoke gomeje gbole mi gblebe esese gake mi atogbe okle emaugan soja yan lekore ele wa gbe bobo ere amesiame ne de ecology data non la menesen fia ofe teve nu ne so let me what they call a Volta Region ne a Volta Region de ne nya dubanto maganye enele ala asiekelia alo ewolia ne mi abeteve nu ne so fia obete no what they call me fura de to en holo to sinadi na sinadi me doctor okuche toji ha da sinye ve ma furan nya to gbe ke ko blo we ko ire afutai ne amesiame ke ha wa dokle nya tori ne nya anukware tora no segbeni nya ke to fete wa glo oji majiji nuko odo re tamere o fete de vame anuvo wala fete re fam kuma na ire to melo me fo ade na mi lo me to
We thank our traditionalists from the Asogli state for the traditional prayer. Barake menui vai hohoa. Anyube miada mesia mefia gakede rei plendo fudena meta. Yande mona mbe madame de okufiako de miapete nu medeje sibe miapete miva. Mesia mechele vevire. Permit me to do some few acknowledgements now before we continue. The first is His Excellency, the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Mahama, the President of the Republic. To his right, to the right of His Excellency, we have Honorable Franklin Fifi Fiavi Kwete, the General Secretary of the NDC Party. Also to his right, we have the Right Honorable Do Ajaho, the former Speaker of Parliament. And to his right, we have Honorable Richmond Adam Kofi Potosu, the MP for Ho Central. To the left of His Excellency, we have Honorable James Gunu, the Volta Regional Minister Designate. Also to his left, we have Honorable Prosper Douglas Bani, National Security Advisor. And to the extreme left, we have Honorable Mauto Agbavito, the Regional Chairman, Volta NDC. Also on the days, we have on the second line, we have Dr. Callistus Mahama, Executive Secretary to the President. We also have Honorable Roxanne Nelson Dapia Mekpo, MP for South Dai and Majority Chief Whip. We also have Honorable Emmanuel Kosi Bejira, MP for Ho West and the leader of the Volta Caucus in Parliament. We also have Honorable Govins Kwame Agboja, MP for Adaklu and Minister for Road and Highways. We also have Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, MP for North Town and Minister Designate for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. And at the back line, we have Honorable Kofi Atto, Chief of Staff, Office of the Speaker of Parliament. We also have Honorable Felix Kwachi Ofosu, Minister of State Designate, Government Communication, and MP for Abura Asebu Kwaman Kessie. We also acknowledge Honorable Dan Abodakwi, Elder Statesman of the Nation. We also have a litany of chiefs here, and they are being led by Togbega Patamia Jekle, the 7th, the Paramount Chief of Bato Traditional Area, and the Vice President of the Volta Regional House of Chiefs. He is leading the Volta Chiefs here this afternoon. Togbe, you are all welcome. We also have Mamaga Sename III, the Paramount Queen Mother of Mavi Traditional Area and Vice President of the Volta Queen Mothers Association, also leading a 30-member delegation of Queen Mothers here present. Mama, plan of Yobete Miawezo. We also have a host of clergymen here. We acknowledge the presence of Right Reverend Matthias Bedadius Badohu, Anglican Bishop of Ho Diocese. We acknowledge Apostle Victor Humpati. We also acknowledge Reverend Seth Mauto from Calvary Baptist Church and Ecumenical Council of Churches here present, Volta Region. We also acknowledge Dr. Joseph Jandu, President, Ho Area Ministers Association. We acknowledge Bishop Maklanda Bansa from God's Garden Ministry International, Pastor Jeffrey Gauga, Head Pastor, Winners Chapel, Ghana, Reverend Prophet Asunda from Global Evangelical Church, Professor Bishop Professor Okeche Gilbert, Presiding Bishop of ICOF, Reverend Goswill Elom Courage, Volta Regional Secretary, National Association of Christian and Charismatic Churches. We also acknowledge Reverend Dr. Ephraim Amu from Global Revival Ministry, Reverend Dr. Prosper Ameyedo, International Priesthood Council. We also acknowledge our Zongo chiefs, Sarki Yushuao Turawa, Sarki Zongo, Sarki Adamu Hamani, Sarki Zamrama, Sarki Suleiman Adio, Sarki Yuriba, Sarki Husseini Abu, Sarki Kotokoli. The Imams in the region are led by the regional Imam, Al-Haji Muniru Ali, who is the regional Imam. He is leading all the Imams here present. We also acknowledge some of our MPs and former MPs and others. We acknowledge Honorable Dr. James Kluche Aveji, Honorable Joe Gidisu, Honorable Albert Ziga, Honorable Gifty Klenam, Honorable Sebastian De, Honorable Maxwell Lukuto, Honorable Dela Sowa, Honorable S.C. Pomeri, Honorable Equia Sena Dansua, and Honorable Captain George Infojo. They are here. Also some former MDCEs and others. Honorable Michael Ajaho, Mr. Simon Amegashi Viglo, Mr. Lutrot Mugai, and Mr. Ludwig Roger. They are here for now. And permit me to acknowledge the presence of the host of this program, the host, in the person of His Royal Highness Togbe Apede the 14th, Agogomefia, and President of the Sogli Traditional Council, and also Mamaga Akuade the second, Mamaga Akuade the second, the Paramount Queen Mother of Asogli. They are the host of this afternoon's program. Togbo, Mamao, Sofo, Miawezo, Amesiame, Miawezo. We continue and have a cultural performance by the Plau Cultural Troupe and the Zagweto Group together. A Plau Cultural Troupe and the Zagweto Group together for 5 minutes. Yabiacho, Mianovi, a Plau Bupoha, Mianovi Zagweto si, Bewa de Muja Kanami, le Miniti Wame, Atome, Akpenabi. Pressmen and cameramen, please squat so that the chiefs can also see whatever is going on. We are live on all our Facebook handles. So if you can tune into any of them, you will see what is happening here in the Volta Regional Capital Hall. Thank you. Flow Cultural Group and the Zagweto Group together for 5 minutes. Zagweto mi de kuku na nyebe mmeba tu ome kawa miniti atonva ibola maga tu avao. Zagweto mi de kuku na mi nyebe mmeba miniti atonva ya maga avao. Ta mi de kuku mi gele me kawa kawa. Zagweto apenas me have aplauso. So security did can give them space to go out. Talking to my family, I'm all about to radio. Nami quasi collega nella mia novio. Come nuovo a quanto. Akpe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Akpe, thank you very much. Thank you. Ya ireji, mi aseja dona me, cho mi apete egba, na mi abe duko polola. We now listen to the welcome address by all of us. And this address will be delivered by Togbe Afede, the 14th, that Bogomefia of the Sogli State.
Hello. Chamie, as a global chamie. Let's go in prayer. Say, maybe I'm more church. Chabo, la bana miao tu pola me dujeo. Tamade fugbe lendoke. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic, it is a great honor and privilege for me to welcome you and your very distinguished entourage to home, and I do so on behalf of all the chiefs, the queens, and the people of the Volta Region. It's a great joy for us to see you, and it's a great honor for us that you have chosen to commence your thank you tour here in the Volta Region. An acknowledgement by you of the important role that the people of this region have played in your phenomenal electoral victory. We congratulate you for this phenomenal feat. We congratulate you and thank you for bringing so much joy to the people of Ghana. Your victory was not just a victory for the NDC, but it's indeed a national victory. And the fact that the whole nation has been in joyous mood has been evident from the very day your victory was confirmed. And we are particularly proud because of the special relationship between you and our region. I'm happy to see so many happy faces here. And that is also what we see across Accra and elsewhere. Happiness is the desire of every Ghanaian, and indeed every human being. And that is actually the essence of living. And its importance has been acknowledged in our Constitution under the directive principles of state policy. For our young compatriots who are in school, their happiness to derive from attending classes in beautiful classrooms and under beautiful conditions. For adults among us, the joy derives from having well-paying, stable jobs that allow them to afford the basic necessities of life. And for our pensioners, joy comes from having secured pensions that allow them to live comfortably for the rest of their lives. But the joy for all of us, the happiness that we want, extends beyond just basic survival. We need good roads, and we need everything that will make life comfortable. And as I said already, the emphasis on happiness has been established in our Constitution, which requires that government shall ensure that our economy is managed prudently to ensure the delivery of the basic necessities of life to all Ghanaians, to ensure good living standards, and also to ensure the happiness of all. Your Excellency, I believe our country has made significant progress over the years, and we have all lived in great hope of making our nation great until very recently. So, Your Excellency, the hopes of an entire nation rest so much on your shoulders. As I've said, we've been making progress until recently, until we came under a brand of democracy that was defined as property-owning democracy. A type of democracy that seemed to thrive on disrespect for the truth and for the rule of law, lawlessness and impunity, injustice and inequality. Justice no longer has been available to all. Of course, we know it's always been a very lucrative business in the hands of a lucrative profession. But we know that recently our justice system has become bastardized to facilitate the interests of a few. That has allowed corruption to flourish in our country. We all are aware of the PDS scandal, a cathedral hole that has cost the nation $58 million. We are aware of the Ameri scandal. We are aware of the ambulance purchases that include stocks of spare parts. We also are aware of the hurriedly implemented DRIP program that aimed at converting our assemblies into road contractors. The corruption that we've suffered over the years have been helped by the reckless management of our economy, where we saw what I call predatory policies that were structured to benefit a select few. We have had bad approach to monetary policy management that saw the reckless printing of currency. And we are seeing the Bank of Ghana completing head office building that's supposed to cost almost $300 million US. That could have built more than 20 of the stadium that Goldfields built in Takwa for $13 million. We are trying to compare here one head office building to more than 20 10,000 capacity size stadiums. That is the sense of recklessness that we have suffered in our country. This was also helped by a bastardization of our institutions. So our democratic institutions could no longer work to protect the interests of the masses of our people. A few have exploited our democracy for their personal gain. They've converted it into an enterprise that benefits them. There are people who are consumed by privilege and who will respect every decision only to the extent that it benefits them. So, Your Excellency, contrary to the aspirations of our people, as expressed in our Constitution, our national anthem, and etc., for happiness in an economy that is growing, what we have suffered recently was a collapsed economy that has put our country under severe debt, with our currency depreciating every day, inflation skyrocketing, joblessness became the order that has made life difficult for our young graduates. Your Excellency, our country we all know, was bankrupt. And that is why we were able to pay our debts. We have been told, or we learned from very early ages, how reliable investments in government securities were. But we have learned a new lesson that it's not always so. Living in its wake, a lot of suffering by our compatriots who have lent their monies to government. And the worst victims have been our pensioners who had no other source of income. Ghanaians have suffered a lot and are still suffering, which is why there's so much desperation among Ghanaians to travel abroad. And survey has shown that majority of Ghanaians, given the chance, would leave our dear country in search of greener pastures elsewhere. Crime has been on the increase for that reason, and so has been the suicide rate. Your Excellency, this is why Ghanaians have voted massively for you. Ghanaians have endorsed your call for change. They have endorsed your promise of change. That is why I say the hope of Ghanaians rests squarely on your shoulders. Ghanaians have welcomed your reset agenda, featuring a brave fight against corruption. Your idea of a 24-hour economy that would expand production and expand jobs is a very great initiative that I personally believe in. As someone who operates a factory, I know that if I can get my factory to run 3 shifts, it would mean that we are trebling at least our production labor force. So, Excellency, thank you very much for a policy that promises a lot for the people of Ghana. I had a call from a friend yesterday. He called from the United States. He was aware of how anxious we were to see change. And then he asked me, Togbe, how is your new government doing? I was so proud to say, so far, so good. Your Excellency, Ghanaians appreciate the fact that you are moving at the speed of light. I'm a very, very ambitious, hardworking person, but I'm so impressed by the number of things you have achieved within this short period. Sometimes your government begins to look like one that has been in place for a very long time. The speed with which you appointed your ministers, well, Ghanaians will say unprecedented. And you fulfilled your promise of limiting the size of your government. And you are delivering that promise right from the onset. Oral. Oral was great news for all of us. It's bad enough to suffer, but it's worse to know that you are suffering because a few people think they deserve all that the state has to offer and get themselves involved in a desperate scramble for our limited resources and our property owning democracy. We support all your intentions, all your plans to retrieve everything that was lost. Funds that were stolen, lands that were stolen, buildings and etc. Your Excellency, you have our fullest support. And we are particularly excited by the fact that you desire to make it unattractive for anybody to embark on that road. And that is why you have warned your own appointees to look elsewhere if they intend to make money. It's our hope that they will respect this prescription of yours. And indeed, you've actually asked your appointees to declare their assets, and that is also very heartwarming. I'm also impressed about the speed with which you quickly constituted your Constitutional Review Committee. I've always said it that our Constitution has outlived its usefulness. It is partly the reason why impunity has thrived. By the reason why people take national assets without any fear of retribution. And it's heartwarming that you are doing this, particularly because we've always said that one bad part of the Constitution is the enormous powers given to the President. That you are willing to look at this is very heartwarming. It demonstrates your absolute commitment to the interests of our country and to the progress and the happiness of our people. I also have enjoyed so much watching you try to restore Ghana's image through your travels, trying to re-establish lost friendships, trying to re-establish Ghana's leadership in African affairs. It's my prayer that the good Lord gives you the strength so you can continue to do all the good things that you plan to do. Just like every other region, we in Volta are anxiously looking forward to the benefits of your leadership, giving us better living standards. Again, we know that there is need all across the country, but it's worth noting a couple of things that we Voltarians are very anxious to see happen. The Eastern Corridor Road that you started has virtually been abandoned, and we are anxious to see it completed. And I'm sure you are aware that Ho and other parts of the region are suffering from water shortages. Those who require immediate attention. Your Excellency, let me thank you very sincerely for not forgetting the whole airport. And I want to thank you for instructing the Ghana Airport Company Limited to release the land for those of us who want to build a pilot training school in Ho. Thank you very much for making a point to ensure that this outstanding issue is dealt with very quickly. When I reflect, it hurts that we paid money for land in June 2023 in order to operationalize the whole airport. And we are yet to be allocated the land. Thank you very much for your intervention, Your Excellency. I also want to thank you for giving us someone who promises to be a very good regional minister, who, even before you gave this mandate, has demonstrated a willingness to work with the people and for the interest of the people. We know he will not be like the one we just had. I recall that in 2020, when Volta fell under siege from soldiers that have been sent from Accra, in a run-up to the elections of 2020, we came together, a good number of us from the Volta House of Chiefs, visited the then President, Nana Akufo-Addo, to appeal for mercy on our people. Sadly, our minister was there, together with one of our own sons, Mr. Meu. They denigrated us and embarrassed we, the chiefs. We left extremely sad. For instance, it was said that Togbe was going around the registration centers, interfering with registration, which was not true. It was said that we, the chiefs, were all NDC and would typically import voters from Togo, hold them for weeks so that they could vote for the NDC. Those were the comments that were made against us right in our presence, and it wasn't a palatable experience at all. So again, I want to thank you. You've given us a minister who I am convinced will work with us for the good of the people, for the good of the entire country. We will do our best to support you. In Asogli, for example, we've already started developing a model of our development plan, which we shall be launching very soon. All those hopefully will aid your work you'll be doing. So we shall not sit and put everything on your little shoulders, but we shall also play our part. But of course, you know that very little can be done without government. And we will share our experience with the chiefs across the Volta region, so we can do our widow's might to help your efforts to bring the Volta region up. We shall be looking at other things, at our mini hydro resources in Kogoe, in Apipe, and etc. But Excellency, the important thing for us today is the fact that you've chosen to start your thank you tour from here. We are very happy and very appreciative. We pledge our full support to you. You can count on us on everything that you want to do to move our country forward. But let me advise all of us, in particular our brothers from the NDC, that the biggest tribute we can pay to the memory of the founding fathers of your party is to hold firmly to the principles of honesty, of probity, of transparency, and of accountability. Thank you all very much, and may God bless us and guide us as His Excellency leads us through redemption. Thank you very much.
Inami Kwasi Kolega, the Kane Togbe Afede Elia. Big round of applause to Togbe Afede the 14th. Before the next person comes, permit me to do another few introductions. We acknowledge the presence of Honorable Frank Afriye, MP, also Honorable Kwame Sepe, also MP, Honorable Gabi Hotoje, also MP among us. We also acknowledge in our presence Honorable Joseph Ameno, the former MP, a former regional minister of the Volta Region, and Honorable Henry Ametepe, also a former deputy regional minister of the Volta Region. We continue the program and have some few remarks from Reverend Seth Mauto, Chairman of the Christian Episcopal Association, Volta.
Thank you very much. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Mahama, and all other protocol observed, we want to thank the Lord so much for this important occasion where His Excellency is here to say a word of thank you to us. But as a Christian community, we are highly honored to be part of this thank you tour. And we want to assure him of our prayer to support him during his term of office. Last Wednesday, we were with him and we had a number of discussions with him. And we thank God that today he's here to be with us. But our message is especially to we, the people of Ghana, the people of Volta Region. To destroy is very easy. To rebuild takes a lot of time. And it needs a lot of patience. So we want to appeal to every one of us. We are all aware about the challenges that is facing our president. And he needs our support to be patient with him, so that one after the other, he will be able to reset this country. Let's give him the opportunity. Let's be patient with him. And let's continue to pray that all that he has promised will come to reality. We thank you very much, and God bless us all.
So we thank Reverend Seth Mauto, the Chairman of the Episcopal Association for the Volta Region. Before the next person comes, we also acknowledge the presence of Dr. Prince Kofi Klugeson, who is the President of the Volta Development Forum, Mr. Dan Jegede, the NDC Regional Treasurer, who is also a member of VDF, and Mrs. Joycelyn Akofa Doche Amechi, PNC Presidential Running Mate, who is the VDF Treasurer. We thank all other members who are here from other groups who are here to support this program. We continue now and have a short performance, very short performance, by our brother David Mauto. Sorry, before David Mauto comes, we have another remark. We have another remark from the Volta Regional Chairman of the NDC Party, in the person of Honorable Mauto Agbavito. Yasen ufocho miabe amoganu tome, persi kumenola na miabe partiga. Peto Mauto Agbavitogo.
Thank you very much. Azalo. Yawezo. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Ghana, John Mahama, my General Secretary, Ministers of State here present, Members of Parliament, Togbio, Mamao, comrades, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. 2 years ago, just about, His Excellency, then former President John Mahama, as we addressed him then, came to the Volta Region to kickstart the campaign to be elected as the flag bearer of the NDC. We are here today to give God all the glory and honor and to say that thank you, O Lord, and to thank all the people of the Volta Region. Your Excellency, we want to take this opportunity to also thank you. In the words of Togbe Afede, so far, so good. We are so pleased with the appointments that you've given to the sons and daughters of this land. As Oliver Twist will say, we want more. However, we know and understand the situation in which you operate. And we want to thank you so much for the appointment so far and for the confidence you have in the sons and daughters of this land. We appreciate you so much. I want to state here that the appointment is a reflection of our commitment to the party. That's the NDC. Our hard work by contributing 90.11% of the votes to the NDC, of winning back Kokwe, and also winning all the seats in the Volta Region. We have also reduced the influence of our opponents by over 47%. We believe, therefore, that with the good policies you have, the initiatives you have started in 2028, the journey that began, or that has just begun, we would see them reduce further to single digits. Your Excellency, I want to thank you for the love for this region. I want to thank you for your commitment to help the growth of this region. I just want to urge my compatriots, the party executives, to be circumspect and also to manage our expectations. The future looks good. The future looks bright. The sun is rising upon the Volta Region. All we can say and do for now is to say we are grateful to the Almighty Father and grateful to the President as he just started 15 days or so in office. So far, so good. Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much for your continuous commitment to the NDC party, for your continuous support for the party. I want to salute Your Excellency for coming and to pledge the full support of members of the party and the citizens of this region for you to succeed as the President of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you very much.
We thank the Regional Chairman of the great NDC party for his remarks. We also acknowledge the presence of the national and regional executives of the great NDC party here present. we continue the program and have a short performance by our brother David Mauto. Yanove apeto David Mauto avaji hakoire ni ape.
Akpe. Taflache amesia mane kofa dusi boji ne globe Yesu akpe na o. Na jenwo na ko mi abokpede na globe Yesu akpe na o. Azon fu akpe na Yesu de lai ko ji duduga ya na mita. Madibe maglobe Jonya pe Ajinya pe Amuganu tomenya Jonya pe Amuganu tomenya Jinya pe Fisi afike mele Fina kemele mayi magbo mavafe avajredo ko amadama ko mi asifia de duolo akoklo hore kama pia ona koklo lo amadento yoba kpleko jani ta koklo bobo afa ye poma nega nyoche Jonya fe nega bleha ajinya fe amuganu to menya Jonya fe fisi afike mala fina kemala mayi nyela magbo mava drapedo ko mauchonu nyuna makochi amuganu to metolo ida futa na kweda achia fukla mu odoli onio la chiododo nyodema gade peme na po etokoko kekiake tole gana jochua muganu tome ya faja to echicheche nye to kekiake vli chicheche ida tafia tome na po kase ofe jochu pele na ida fede elo ofe tosisile ida ngoma na po kavio cho kiki amepe jogo over watakpepe siakpe Dokita gauchwa muganu tome a lawyer o, professor o, lecturer o, engineer o, ama konko o, gakauchwa majrodu makozo oba no pelo. Ogbe kraba yo mafafe avajrapedo. Afegbe haume gadwa o, evankonyi ume gachona viwo. Muko masegomo soko chona. Vuatipo menotoma zualolo. Ngongolo me vole pomfi wolo ekegbe ya kedonalo yata me globede Jonya fe amuganu to menya Jonya fe la fisi afike mele fina kemele nye ya magbo mava avajredo ko jalelelelelelelelelelelelele ilelelelelelelele asima funuza ebobo e madoza dokwanya numblanu le wonyelo awifi nya odu otolo me bla sida megbalo mbale fofolo ebiawe miechi megbafolo egbegboglo bubuglo la ojo le mi agbafo fetela tepede ka mie ko mie gale votepede ka no no do ya me ye de megbalo afodeka dada yingo ya di afelo afiawe mina mi akpada mi anu onlo na medeka li atia ida tie fo domede na du abora ne konovia novia chene konovia ekame chene konovia mi afete na mi adati afo domelo afiawe mina mi ade domeveveda enwe mina mi ade wi da maku afuanyi magble godogodo mina mi ade da chalelelelele tinkonkonkoi mofopolo malepodo retroke da violo nyade kala sinya madiba mabiambide eya enyebede togbi wa bade danyigbata oko ofofu de danyigbata egba o magalio awe la otepe abe engineer ene abe duplala ene abe MP ene abe dokita ene madiba mabia osebede egomendo peka tutu ene wodara na jijime fi opa Gomede Peka and the Wadarena Gigiviopa, Melegbobede, Madidiode, Oche Ajoy the Chien, no kind of Kodarena Gigimaviopa, Ago Mediva Magloyadena Obede, Ebegbe away, Minami Lebena Vegbialo, Minami Pavegbialo, Minami Lebena Vegbialo, Ella Benade, Le Edem Bomede, Nada Chole Edem Bome, Nada Chole Edem Bome. A mouth plan make no Edem Bomede, a Pegbodo Edem Bome. Madiva Makada China Bibede, a Pegbanya Vetohade, a Kamau Ame Covena Adamla, a Globe, a Padon Tocovene, a Yata Hope Plevela, and Yadeka, Ya Amedianon Rico Plovene, a Biabe Eva, and Chuabianon Wabe Eva. Eva Maya bloody, Aya Jima Utoro, Cochon Conanion, Eva, Bautolo, Aya Beton will have poncho, Yon will have poncho, Kakabiaba de Adamwa, Adam Maya Yon Wabola, Aya Mao Cochonancho, Adamwa, Adam, Eva, Adamwa, Adam. Abiawe, Minami Lebena Pegbialo, Minami Panyo de Pegbiao, Akpanamilo.
Meda Pegade Miafo, Apato David Mauto, the Ohadidiota. We thank our brother Mr. David Mauto for that performance. Please kindly now listen to an address by the Vice President of the Volta Region House of Chiefs. And this address will be delivered by Togbe Patamiat Jekle, the 7th, the Vice President of the House. Togbe.
Thank you. His Excellency John Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, the General Secretary of the NDC, all the executives of NDC, Right Honorable Speaker Do Ajahu, former Speaker of Parliament, MPs present today, Ministers of State, Chairman and elders of the Volta Region branch of the National Democratic Congress, Togyo, Mamao, the clergy, invited guests, the press, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana and his entourage to the Volta Regional Capital, to thank the chiefs and people of the region for the massive support shown to you and the NDC party. Of course, I acknowledge and appreciate what the 14th has done by delivering a very powerful speech ahead of what I'm going to say on behalf of the Volta Regional House of Chiefs. We are optimistic that this decisive victory will mark a new beginning in our governance structure, and from the appointments you have made so far, you have renewed our hope in the principle of inclusivity of citizens from all parts of Ghana who, under your leadership, will chart a new path of progress and accelerated development, not only for the Volta region alone. Your Excellency, we wish to express our sincere appreciation to you for the appointment of our citizens to ministerial positions so far. We look forward to further appointments to corporate bodies as well, since we have the numerous professionals and quality human resources just like other parts of Ghana. Please be assured that our doors are always open, and we shall at all times be ready, willing, and able to assist in whatever way we can in order to make your tenure an unprecedented success that will signify the real and effective transformation of our economy, political and social fortunes as a united people. Your Excellency, we humbly wish to remind you of the issues we put before you during your tour of soliciting ideas for the better Ghana we want. And some of them are as follows. On that day, I quite remember that we put to you the nature of our rules. Like Toby Afede rightly said, the West-Eastern Region route, that is the Eastern Corridor rules, were started by you for 8 good years. When we want to travel to the other part of the region, we know the number of hours that it takes to get there. The same applies from Bombaria to Sege. Now that is, you can be in traffic for 4 hours, 6 hours with no movement of traffic. The agricultural potential of the region is there to be exploited to the benefit of Ghanaians. We have a lot of unemployed youth who are waiting anxiously to get decent employment instead of going to the Galamsey field. Your Excellency, that day we reminded you about the environment. We thought Volta Region is safe from the Galamsey menace, but since the river takes its source or intake from various sources, studies have shown, or there are concerns, that cyanide is dripping slowly into the Volta River. It's a great concern to all of us. Operationalization of the whole airport. I just saw a post on the social media that you said it to be used for the training of pilots. It's a laudable idea, but we want more of the airport. Your Excellency, when you travel from Aflau to Tema, you reach Dabala Junction. There is a customs barrier full of customs men and immigration officers. When you get to Sogakofe Bridge, there are a lot of them parked there. And our brothers and sisters traveling from Aflau to Accra will have to get down for them to be searched. What is the people or the staff at Dabala Junction doing? Similarly, when you get to Asikuma, the same thing happens. It used to be that you walk through the mud, get out of your bus, walk through the mud, and go and join the bus at the other side of the mud. We think something should be done immediately. We are aware that the Volta region is not the only region that is in direct need of good road networks, but our demands are premised on the neglect of our roads over the years. And I'm sure you are aware of all this when you were going around during your tours. We are indeed grateful for this visit, which is of immense significance to us as a region, and we pledge our support for all your efforts to make our country great and prosperous. And we look forward to more of such interaction during your tenure. Your Excellency, I would like to remind you again on that day when you were with us across the road. We said it's never going to be easy, and I quite remember I drew your attention to the lyrics of Wayaya, sung by Osibisa. We are going. So only heaven knows where we are going, and we know how we will get there. The songs or the lyrics of that song is still vivid in our mind, even though today, as we speak, as we gather here, that the Ose is being remembered. Again, the Son of Africa said there's no easy way to freedom. I'm talking about Nelson Mandela. Mr. President, I believe you remember those episodes when you were with us at the Regional House of Chiefs. These are just reminders to let you know that we all have a tortuous road to travel on. With the support of citizens of Ghana, especially from the Volta region, we will get there. We wish you all the best, and may the good Lord and our ancestors guide and protect you in your endeavors for and on behalf of the ordinary citizens of this nation. God bless our homeland Ghana and make it great and strong again. Thank you.
We thank the President of the Volta Regional House of Chiefs, whose address was delivered by the Vice President of the House. Togwe, thank you very much. Before the next quick performance, we acknowledge the presence of Honorable Maxwell Lukuto, MP for South Tong, Honorable Walanyo Chekpo, MP for Hohwe, Honorable Nochu Kotwe, MP for Akachi North, Honorable Edem Agbana, MP for Ketu North, Benjamin Podo, former MP for Ho Central, and Honorable Elvis Afriye Ankra, former Minister of Sports. We continue and invite the cultural troupe from the Center for National Culture to give us a very short performance, a very short one. pebe mi wade gbeji magava di mon popone mi emegbe ma biacho mi ave amugan nto meji kola bubu toke ji ho to asi takome dasira hadel be wavade mi ave nu kola veve to fiami. I now invite the Honorable Volta Regional Minister Delegate to introduce to us the very special person to speak to us now.
Togbio, Mamao, Sofo, Imamso, Miapa, members of parliament, Mamao, former appointees, Miapa regional executives, Miapa former appointees, Ode Dr. Hiarashinam, Indoya, Bamade Amakpe Ade Afia, Indoya, Mawu Yirami Alegbegbe, Be Ametohe Alemiadome, Amea Mawu Pashi Sese Leji, Ye Togbio Haole Magbeni, Adu MP Po, Adu Deputy Minister, Adu Minister, Adu Vice President, Adu President, Ghana told Ashewu, Kakamauba Yamang Romibao, Ayivu Yahua Mauga Higbe, Mau Nyamba, Yakwe Atano Ziajiafi Amuganu Tuana Pongo Yi. La mata ayobe aja peda da goma na dukwa aja goma cho yento papa me alabe home oda do chonai mazamonu pokpo ya ade His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana and the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, His Excellency John Mahama.
Akpe nami. Medogbe nami kata. Mauna irami. Your Royal Majesty and my good friend and brother Togbi Apede, the Paramount Chief of the Asogli State, Your Royal Highness Togbi Patamia, who is the Vice President of the Volta Regional House of Chiefs, my friend Togbi Amenyafiti, who is the Paramount Chief of the Aplao Traditional Area, Togbiwo Mamao, Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, colleagues and friends, party executives, assembly members, unit committee members, and all citizens of the Volta region. I bring you greetings and commendation from myself and the National Democratic Congress and the new administration that has just taken office. It is always an immense pleasure and privilege and honor for me to stand before you, a people whose warmth, resilience, and loyalty have been unwavering throughout the years. Throughout my political journey, I have seen this region, the Volta region, as a symbol of hope, perseverance, and national pride. The Volta region has always been a cornerstone of our great nation. In times of triumph, in times of adversity, you have stood firm in the rain and sunshine, not only as pillars of my political journey, but as defenders of Ghana's democratic progress. Your loyalty and commitment are deeply etched in my heart, and I'll forever remain grateful to you, the citizens of the Volta region of Ghana. Today, I am humbled and I am inspired by your continued trust in my leadership. And I say to all of you, Akpena Mikata. Thank you from the deepest recesses of my heart. Our esteemed traditional rulers of the Volta region, please permit me to extend my heartfelt appreciation to you for your vital role in our beloved nation's governance and peace. The institution of chieftaincy in Ghana is not merely symbolic. It is an enduring pillar of wisdom and guidance, and one we must cherish and protect. Your wise counsel, rooted in centuries of tradition and community leadership, have fostered peace and stability during the last general elections. You have shown us the importance of dialogue, mutual respect, and nation building. I must take this opportunity to offer my sincerest apologies for any delays or inconvenience in our schedule today. That delay might have caused you. Your patience and understanding testify to your love for this country and the progress we seek to achieve together. I pledge that this administration led by me will continue to prioritize collaboration with our traditional authorities as partners in the development of our dear nation, Ghana. Your overwhelming turnout at this Durbar is not lost on me. It demonstrates your unwavering love and your willingness to correct and guide us when necessary, while at the same time offering us the support we need to be able to succeed. I do not take this enduring partnership for granted, and I assure you of my commitment to addressing your concerns and fulfilling the promises we have made to the people of this great region. I'm reminded of my promise during the campaign to expand the role of traditional leadership in our local government system, especially in the area of environmental protection and sanitation. I've set up a committee to plan the National Constitution Validation Conference. It is my hope that our chiefs and elders will participate fully in this review exercise so that any amendments to our constitution that are required to enhance the role of the chieftaincy institution in our governance will be included in the review process. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks the beginning of my tour to say thank you to the nation for the trust reposed in me. And it is not surprising that I'm starting this journey here in the Volta region. The Volta region has always been a beacon of support for the National Democratic Congress, my party, and indeed myself, and has been a stronghold for Ghana's democratic progress since 1992. Your immense contribution to the success of our party and my election as President of the Republic of Ghana is a testament to the strength of the bond that exists between us. We cannot talk about Ghana's progress without acknowledging the vital role that the Volta region has played in shaping the course of our history. However, we also acknowledge your challenges. Years of neglect and alienation from the development of our country due to your political choices. But I stand here today to tell you that this narrative will change. My visit this afternoon signals my commitment to ensuring that the Volta region receives its fair share of national development. Our objective to reset Ghana begins here in the Volta region. Together, we will work to correct past wrongs and work towards a future where every Ghanaian feels included and valued, regardless of your region of origin, your ethnicity, your religion, or your political affiliation. Since assuming office, we have wasted no time in taking bold steps to steer our dear nation back on course. After my swearing in on January 7, 2025, we immediately began implementing our agenda to reset Ghana. One of our first actions was to streamline the governmental structure by reducing the number of sector ministers from 30 to 23. By doing this, we have not only reduced bureaucracy, but also ensured that every ministry is aligned with the pressing needs of our people. This restructuring has allowed us to redirect resources towards critical areas such as education, healthcare, infrastructure, and local governance. For example, the newly restructured Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy, and Religious Affairs is designed to foster stronger collaboration between that ministry and our traditional leaders. We believe that our traditional leaders must play a greater role in the local governance of this country. We also believe that development is most effective when it is community-led, and who are better to guide us in this effort than our chiefs who have been custodians of our culture and our progress. I also recognize the anticipation of appointments from this region, and as was said, so far, so good. Let me assure you that your contributions and talents have not been overlooked. Appointments will be guided by principles of merit, competence, regional balance, gender equity, and availability to serve. I do not doubt that the people of Volta region possess the human resource and will play pivotal roles in shaping the future of our nation. The Volta region has long been a victim of unfulfilled promises, but as I said, I assure you that this era of neglect will end under this administration. Developments were enjoined by the National Constitution to ensure the balanced development of all parts of our nation, Ghana, and we shall do just that. We've already begun by assessing key infrastructure needs in the region. The Ho-Denu Road, which is a lifeline for economic activity, will be a #1 priority. We understand how the poor conditions of roads has hindered trade, tourism, and mobility, and we are committed to addressing this challenge. Similarly, the whole airport, which is a vital asset for this region, will be revitalized. We will explore how to resume commercial aviation into the airport using smaller aircraft and developing the route. Yesterday I met with the CEO of the Ghana Airports Company, and I gave her the go-ahead to allocate the land for the establishment of the pilot training school. Education and sports infrastructure would also receive attention. The Regional Youth Resource Center, which has been left to deteriorate, will be developed in order that our young people can develop their talents. In addition, we will fulfill our promise to build modern prototype markets in the region, such as the one we have planned for Aflao, to empower local businesses and international trade with our eastern neighbor, Togo. During my campaign, 3 pressing concerns were brought to my attention: the sea defense project along the coast of the Volta region, the Keita Port project, and compensation for those affected by the spillage from the Akosombo and Pond dams. The sea defense project is not just an infrastructural project. It is a lifeline for our coastal communities that continue to suffer from sea erosion and flooding. We will ensure that this project is expedited in order to protect lives, livelihoods, and property. I've asked the newly appointed Minister of Transport to review the feasibility study on the Keita Port project and brief Cabinet as early as possible on the status of this project. We will also ensure that victims of the Akosombo Dam spillage are adequately compensated and that measures are taken to prevent such disasters in the future. We all know that we are in a period of economic crisis, and fiscal room for massive infrastructural development is very limited. However, we intend to use innovative means of financing, including the use of SPVs, those are special purpose vehicles, BOTs, build, operate, and transfer schemes, escrows, and debt service accounts to achieve our priority infrastructure investments and programs, especially as contained in our manifesto promise, the Big Push. The Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, which I created, will lead this project in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance. Volta Region is not a mineral resource-rich region, but that is also a blessing in disguise. Volta Region probably has some of the most unspoiled natural vegetation in the country, unlike many other regions that have been scarred by the illegal mining menace. Volta Region also arguably has the cleanest rivers that have not been. The air is fresh and healthy for human existence. Tourism is therefore a very viable prospect for prosperity. And your own daughter, Abla Jifa Gomashi, will work to improve the tourist sites in the Volta region. In the road sector, our own son, the Honorable Governs Agboja, will prioritize the completion and rehabilitation of our road network in the region. Key roads to be targeted would include, but not limited to, the Eastern Corridor Road. We intend to finish the parts of the Eastern Corridor Road that have not been engineered. As I said earlier, we will reconstruct the whole Denu Road. We will complete the Have to Hohoi section of the Eastern Corridor. We will put an overlay over the Dodopepesu to Nkwanta section, and then also finish the Nkwanta to Pasa section. We also intend to construct the Dambai Bridge and re-engineer the road from through Raura all the way through Kwando. Under education, we'll complete the E-blocks that we started that have been abandoned in the region. We'll develop the infrastructure of the University of Health and Allied Sciences into a first-class tertiary institution. Our Agri College at Ohau would also see improvement in infrastructure and upgrading into a tertiary institution. Under healthcare, we intend to upgrade the whole hospital into a proper teaching hospital. Underwater, we intend to expand the Kwebe and Adidobe water projects so that we can provide clean drinking water to the Adaklu area and much of whole Central. Our focus is also on agriculture and livelihoods. And as you know, I said that agriculture and agribusiness is going to be a #1 priority of this government. And I assure you that Volta Region will receive its fair share. One project we target is the Volta Palm Initiative. This is a private initiative that has begun already, but government is going to provide resources to expand it so that Volta Region can become the center of oil palm production and processing into vegetable cooking oil. We're going to support the rice farmers in Afife and other parts of the Volta region with equipment and capital to expand their rice production. We'll also provide them with processing capacity to be able to produce a Volta brand of rice for the domestic market in order to reduce our imports. Areas in OT and parts of northern Volta that produce ginger would have processing plants to produce ginger powder, ginger oil, and others for exports. The Tong area, which is a center for cassava production, will also receive a cassava processing plant to process cassava into various useful items. In my first term in office, we deliberately set out to increase cocoa production in the Volta region. And so we established several seedling banks to provide free seedlings and extension services to young people who wish to go into cocoa farming. Since we left office, that project has not been pursued. I want to assure you that we're going to start it again, expand cocoa production so that Volta region will become one of the major producers of cocoa in Ghana. Togbiwo Mamao, the road ahead will not be easy, and I don't underestimate the task ahead of us. But we can build the Ghana that we all want together. And therefore, let us rise above our divisions and work hand in hand to create a nation where every Ghanaian has the opportunity to thrive. Our differences must be a strength and not a weakness. The Volta region has always been a beacon of hope, and I'm confident that with your continued support, we will achieve great things. Let us move forward with unity and determination, and I believe that the future of our nation is bright. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong, and I thank you for your kind attention. Akpenami.
Inami kwasi kolega na Ghana dukoklola. Shall we give a big round of applause to His Excellency for his address to the nation?